Hello, my name is Diego Santos. Today I'm going to talk about technology in education. I'm going to talk about advantages and disadvantages. I'm also going to talk about artificial intelligence and how it can personalize learning. And to finish up with this video, I'm going to talk about the implications of using virtual reality experience in the classroom. So let's start with the first question. What are the advantages and disadvantages of technology in education? First of all, technology has brought many advantages to not only education but basically in every aspect of our lives. But talking about education, I think the biggest advantage is accessibility, meaning students can access or learn anywhere at any time thanks to online platforms, tutorials, materials, forums, etc. For example, you can take a free course from a different country and watch tutorials to understand a topic better. Another advantage is that technology has made the learning process more dynamic and collaborative. Basically, there's more interaction now. So students can share ideas, work together in projects. They can even connect with people from different countries. But of course, there are also disadvantages, and I think one of the main ones is distraction. Now, we can get distracted too easily nowadays with different things such as notifications, text messages, games. There are many things that can interrupt the learning process nowadays. There is also an issue of inequality, meaning not all these students have the tools or the devices to access this technology. Not all the people around the world have stable Wi-Fi connection. Not all the people or students have a cell phone with data or a computer at home. So that's another disadvantage, meaning not all of us have the same tools to access these tools. And finally, I think nowadays students depend too much on technology, and they forget to develop some abilities such as critical thinking and also problem solving skills, which are also very important. Second question. How can AI personalize learning experiences? So AI is one of the most, if not the most, revolutionary tools of this century, and it has done a great impact in education nowadays. Artificial intelligence is capable of analyzing the student's performance, and based on that, it can personalize the learning path of the student. For example, if a student is struggling with grammar and English, AI can provide a student with exercises and specific explanation about that topic, which means the student can learn at its own pace, which is amazing. It also helps teachers grading assignments and providing quick feedback. That saves a lot of time and allows teachers to focus more on motivating students and guiding students. However, it's important to remember that AI should support teachers, not replace them, because a machine can provide information, but only a human can provide empathy, creativity, and also real understanding. Third and final question. What are the implications of using virtual reality in the classroom? Virtual reality is a technology that allows students to experience learning, not only reading it from a book or from a board. So basically, it can be used to visit ancient civilizations. It can also be used to visit space or learn the different parts of the body from the inside. Basically, it's a more immersed experience that students can use to get them more interested in the learning process, and it allows them to remember things more easily. However, VR also has some challenges, and I'm going to mention two of them. First of all, it is quite expensive, which means not all schools will be able to afford such equipment. And the second one is that students can be more focused on the fun experience rather than the learning experience instead. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. In my opinion, VR is an excellent complement of traditional education as long as it is used responsibly to support the learning objectives, not just to entertain. To sum it up, technology in education has both negative and positive sides. Technology can help education to be more personalized, accessible, creative, interactive, but it can also create distractions. The key here is to use it wisely. We have to use technology in education to enhance the learning process, but not to replace the human part of learning and teaching. Thank you very much for watching.